Hi, my name is Graham.
I'm Zeta.
What you doing?
Just some homework.
Lame. Just kidding. Want to hang out?
Well, that depends. What are your ambitions?
I would like to be a professional fisherman.
And after that? Do you want to expand your vision? Do you like math and science?
Nah, my dad's a Republican. What's that?
Oh, this is a liter cube.
Oh, soda comes in a 2-liter bottle. Those communists are trying to destroy America with their stupid metric system. I hate foreigners.
No one is a foreigner when you consider Earth your home.
Well, this is America, and we don't use the devil's ruler.
Today, if I lived anywhere else on Earth, my driver's license would describe my height as 159 centimeters and my weight as 46 kilograms.
Listen, Zeta, I hate conversions. I don't want to convert numbers back and forth all day. What a waste of time.
Yeah, exactly, which is why we should kill the inch and complete our metrication. Science and medicine and our military and even our money are already metric. We just have to finish the process.
The metric system is too hard. I can't learn that. Where did it come from anyway? I am sure no American had anything to do with it.
Actually, this guy, father of modern medicine, Antoine Lavoisier, and this guy, Benjamin Franklin, working together in France during the French Revolution, construct the metric system near the end of the 18th century.
18th century? You mean like the 1800s, right?
No, silly. The 18th century does not begin with 1800, it ends with 1800.
Oh yeah, you're pretty good with numbers. If I give this metric system a try, you want to hang out with me?
Maybe if you're honest and reasonable.
Tell me more then.
The metric system of measure was first given a legal basis in 1795 CE by the French Revolutionary government.
Whatever happened to this Antoine Lavoisier guy?
Unfortunately, Antoine Lavoisier lost his head, quite literally, the year before. Antoine was tried, convicted, and decapitated by the guillotine on the 8th of May, 1794 in Paris at the age of 50, along with his 27 co-defendants.
What is a meter based on anyway?
Well, a meter is certainly not based on some arbitrary length determined by the whim of a king.
Yeah, like a foot. I thought we won our independence from the Brits on the 4th of July of 1776. So why are we still using their king's foot to measure stuff? What is a meter based on then?
They actually went to all the trouble over 2 centuries ago, and with very limited technology, to measure the Earth.
Really? Way back then they could do that?
Yes, they actually measured the distance from the equator up to the North Pole through Paris and divided that distance up into 10 million parts and called each part a meter. And the meter was born.
So the meter is not based on any particular nation or culture, but based on our planet. So the meter is truly an Earth unit and not a communist conspiracy?
You're finally starting to get it, Graham. Earth is 40 megameters in circumference.
I gotta know about that liter cube now, Zeta.
Okay. A meter is divided into smaller parts so we can measure things.
So a liter is a unit of volume then?
Right. A liter is a cubic decimeter, 10 by 10 by 10 centimeters. We fill a liter cube with water, and we know that the mass of water is a kilogram.
So what is the mass of a cubic centimeter of water?
1 gram, of course. A cubic centimeter is a milliliter.
Wow, you sound like a Native American with earth and water as your frame of reference. So are you saying that length and volume and mass are interrelated by design in this system?
Yes, indeed, Graham. Try doing that with inches and feet and gallons and ounces. And fluid ounces and pints and teaspoons and cups and tablespoon, and you get totally random numbers and cumbersome formulas that are hard to remember.
Boy, you would think that with such a great way to measure, the United States would be leading the way to convince Earth to go metric. Well, did the United States Congress ever even mention the metric system in any legislation?
Well, on the 28th of July, the Metric Act of 1866 becomes law and legalizes the use of metric systems for weights and measurements in the United States. The Metric Act of 1866 was originally introduced as H.R. 596 in the 39th Congress. The House passes it in May, the Senate passes it on the 27th of July, and this guy, President Andrew Johnson,
who was a runaway slave before becoming president.
the Metric Act the next day. It should be lawful throughout the United States of America to employ the weights and measurements of the metric system. And most civilians here in the United States have been on training wheels ever since, waffling around with dual measurements and clinging onto obsolete measures that have been imposed upon us by the British.
Well, Zeta, I guess we won the War of Independence from the British Empire, but we lost the War of Measurement.
The 11th General Conference on Weights and Measurements in 1960 faced the question of what to call the new reorganization and extensions of measures.
You mean it's not called the metric system anymore?
That's right, Graham. The name metric system had referred to units for length and mass. What the CGPM had created was much more comprehensive, and after some discussion, this new system was called the International System, or SI, after its French initials.
Wait, Zeta. In what year did they stop calling it the metric system?
In 1960, Earth had not merely universal units, but a universal system of units.
It now seems that the only way America is going to complete its metrication is one person at a time.
I added my name to the metrication pledge at metricpioneer.com.
Wait, well, Zeta, I will read that metrication pledge and consider adding my name too.
At what temperature does water freeze?
At what temperature does water boil?
How many yards are in 7 miles?
How many inches are in 7 yards?
How heavy is a cubic foot of water?
How many gallons are in a cubic foot of water?
How many square feet are in 7 acres?
How many acres are in 7 square miles?
Most Americans are hard-pressed to answer any of these questions correctly.
Well, that is probably because most Americans have no clue what measurement system even is. No wonder. Many American schools refuse to teach SI.
Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. That's easy to remember.
I suppose water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, eh?
That's right, Graham. You can learn water temperatures in a few seconds with this easy-peasy rhyme. Okay, hold up 3 fingers. 30 is warm, 20 is nice, 10 is cold, and 0 is ice. Normal human body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius.
How many meters are in 7 kilometers?
7,000, because kilo means 1,000.
Whoa, the answer is right in the question.
How many centimeters in 7 meters?
Let me try. 700 because centi means 100. Just as century is 100 years and a dollar has 100 cents. How heavy is a liter of water?
A kilogram, of course.
Math is much easier when you have an actual system. How many square meters are in a hectare?
10,000, because a hectare is 100 meters by 100 meters. Easy. This great SI ruler shows all the prefixes to the meter.
I suppose I can get one at metricpioneer.com. And what else can Americans do there?
Well, after you register, you can connect with American metric pioneers all over the United States and territories. A map shows where we are.
How can I track my progress, Zeta?
Well, you can download a free progress checklist and work your way up through the levels. Level 1 is registered. Level 2, beginner. 3, novice. 4, apprentice. 5, competent. 6, advocate. 7, campaigner. 8, ambassador. 9, expert. And finally, level 10, metric pioneer.
Can I follow Metric Pioneer on Twitter?
Sure, and visit Metric Pioneer on Facebook too.
Can I get a metric-only measuring tape like this one?
Sure, you can even get a Celsius-only thermometer to hang outside your home or just hang outside your front door.
What about paper size? Everyone on Earth uses 8.5 by 11 letter size, right?
Are you kidding? Of course not. At Metric Pioneer, you can get A4 size paper, which is the United Nations standard. You should educate yourself with a PDF book SI, an educational overview for Americans.
I want to know the year of each nation's metrication.
Well, then peruse a free online book showing the flag of each nation on Earth, showing the year that each nation officially adopted SI, and name of the nation in the actual language of the nation.
In what order are they listed, Zeta? Beginning in the international date line.
Moving geographically, the Middle East, let's see, Africa, Europe, the Mediterranean Basin, and finally, America.
You know, Zeta, at the grocery store I noticed the labels. It's pretty confusing.
Pints and ounces cluttering everything up when all you need is one simple system.
Look at this 1-liter bottle of olive oil.
Yeah. It says 33.8 fluid ounces, or, in parentheses, 1 quart and 1.8 ounces.
1 liter is clear. I know what a liter is.
On the other hand, what the hell is going on with some idiot combining quarts and ounces? What a horrible mess!
How can we fix this?
An amendment to the Fair Packaging and Labeling Act is pending that would allow metric-only labeling, but the Food Marketing Institute is being a big crybaby about the whole thing.
So the FMI will not allow the amendment to pass. We should write letters and get involved, because this is our Earth. Your focus determines your reality.
Yeah, but most older Americans just don't get it.
Our generation will be the one that brings the United States into sync with everyone else.
Measurement harmony on planet Earth.
One planet we share.
Let us measure as one.
American metrication.
One person at a time. Start with yourself right now and support Senate Bill 166. Find out more at metricpioneer.com.